Hello, me hearties. A very, very good evening to you. It's Saturday night. Nothing gets past me, and it's 9 o'clock sharp. Nothing gets past me, I say. And a very, very warm welcome to Scottie McClue's Saturday evening chit chat show and phone in. And here we are live, of course. We had a wonderful session this morning, absolutely outstanding. And here we are live. Tremendous to have you with us. Thoughts on Joe Biden? Well, Nick, I would never be so base as to give out my thoughts on the present president of the United States of America. All I can say is he's not Donald Trump. And, from that point of view, I don't really have any thoughts. I don't know the man, and I don't think America has benefited too much since he went in. So there you have it. Now then, amen, says Nick. Now, hey, says Amber. Hello, Amber. Dinky-Doo. Remember when you're coming on, guys, do let us know where you're watching from. It makes things more exciting, and we can have a chat about your home. Hello there, Dinky-Doo, Scotty Graham. Hello, how lovely to have you with us. And welcome, welcome, I say. I've put good evening all because we are live on the YouTube channel. Hi from Cumbernauld. What's it called? Oh, Cumbernauld. We love it. Do you remember that campaign? It was a great campaign for Cumbernauld, I say to you. Now, hello, says Craig Steele. Craig Steele, lovely to have you with us. Hello. Do tell us where you're watching from, guys. Yes, indeed. There's Y3. I'm watching from dear old Ireland. Joe McGonigal. How lovely to have you with us from dear old Ireland. Are you in the south when you say Ireland, or are you in Northern Ireland? Good evening, Scotty Chum, says James Dinky-Doo. I say to you, James, lovely to have you with us, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Now then, we're just getting sorted out one or two details. If you're on the YouTube channel, can you hear me and can you see me? That's always a big one. Good evening, Scotty, says Susan. Good evening, Susan. Thank you for joining us. You are a very loyal listener and viewer. So there we have it. Positive vibes, Dinky-Doo, I say to you. The north of Ireland. Excellent. Yes, indeed. A big hello from Downings in Donegal. Jimmy Logue, how lovely to have you with us from Downings in Donegal. I know the county Donegal well. And a big hello to you. I say to you, hi, says the wonderful Alistair Moffat. Alistair, remember always to tell us where you're watching from. Jonah says, good evening from London, Scotty. We've got everybody in London listening. Excellent stuff. Hi from Fauldhouse, says Alicia. I know Fauldhouse very, very well, Alicia. And you know Forth. And of course, it's very handy for the capital, for Edinburgh. Good evening, sir. All's well on YouTube, Neil O'Gormley. This is just music to my ears. And if anybody understands music, it's you, Neil O'Gormley, down there in Bournemouth, but a Scotsman. Hi from Inverness. Lovely to have you with us. Scotland, the girl official in Inversnacky. Hi from the Tilted Tower in southern England. The Tilted Tower. So it's not Pisa. So you have to tell us more. Good evening, says Chan. Good evening, Chan. Always lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, I say greetings from Finland. We love Scotland. Well, we love you Finns, I say to you. Now, hi, Scotty. Jenny, number one van driver. What's the topic tonight, Scotty, on the number one show with the number one guy? Jerry, you are very, very kind, I say to you. Now, big news today, guys. We've done the first podcast. People have been at me for years and years and years. Scotty, how come you don't podcast? Isn't it interesting? People want something else other than what they've got. They've got Scottie McClue on TikTok. They've got Scottie McClue on YouTube. They've got Scottie McClue on Twitter, or X as it's called now. And they've got Scottie McClue on Twitch. They've got Scottie McClue on Facebook Live, with several pages. And yet, how come you don't brought a podcast, Scotty? So you'd better start listening and watching the podcast. Morning from Vietnam, says Gunnar. Good morning, Vietnam. Always wanted to do that, you know. My good old Irishman, I am Matt. We're all Irish to a greater or lesser extent. I mean, I'm a Scotsman, but originally we would be Irish. A podcast would suit you, it would be a success. Well, John Joe, you'd better put your money where your mouth is, because the first 10 minutes of it are live on the TikTok videos right now. And the rest of it, it's 30 minutes long. I didn't want to overdo it, over egg the pudding. So it's 30 minutes long, and it's live on the YouTube channel. So everybody should go to the YouTube channel and hear the whole podcast. Aha, says John Joe McGonagall. Yes. I want to visit Scotland so bad. I heard it's a great place. Is that true, lad? Great whiskey. Oh, the whiskey is outstanding. So are the people. So is the country. So a visit to Scotland would do you a lot of good, I would have said. There's Negan Smith says, hello, Scotty DINKY-DOO. Hello, Negan. Jerry says, unlucky for Greenock Morton today, Scotty. Well, yes, there's swings and roundabouts, Jerry. You know, swings and roundabouts. Mon the ton! That's what I say. We can see and hear Scotty, says Susan. Excellent, Susan. Good evening, all's well. Hi, Scotty DINKY-DOO, sir, from John Donnelly, DINKY-DOO John. Lovely to have you with us. Scotty, can you say happy birthday to my friend Kian, who likes gobstoppers? Daredevil. I haven't seen gobstoppers for a long time. Yes, they never actually stopped me talking, of course. I loved your podcast this afternoon. Angie, you did, and you watched it, the whole bit. Are you cheering on the Lionesses tomorrow? Yes, but I want to discuss tonight, is football becoming all-female? Is it going to end up like everything else, that it starts off with men, then the women go, how come we can't play? And then they get a game, and the next thing is all the men are out and all the women are in. Yes, let's just find out that. Now, I'm not being sexist. I'm not doing anything at all that's negative or that. I'm just saying, do you think football will very shortly be an all-women game? And golf, the women are golfing. So where do the men go for a bit of peace and quiet, a bit of solace? Can I get a DINKY-DOO to Leah from Edinburgh, Mark? Of course you can. The women, crowds and players seem to behave themselves better. Well, I don't know. No names, no pack drill. But I saw a player who was being trumpeted as a great player, and I'm not saying she's not, but she apparently stood on somebody's back when they were on the ground. Did you hear about that? No names, no pack drill. But that doesn't sound like very good behaviour to me. Wishing I was in Scotland. Hi, Susan. I hope you're much better. So the wonderful David McCafferty. Hi, Scotty DINKY-DOO, says David. Do you remember the film Whiskey Galore? What a film. Jerry Thompson. Are you talking about the first Whiskey Galore with Captain Waggett? Who was that wonderful actor that played Captain Waggett? And Duncan McCrae was in it. Yes, indeed. Filmed in Barra. Yes, because there's a remake of Whiskey Galore with the outstanding Gregor Fisher. I'm in Scotland. It's horrible, to be honest. KGC, how could you say that? At least Aberdeen is beautiful. The granite city. It gleams in the sunshine. I must get a bag of chips, some nice scran. John Joe McGonigal, the best chips I've ever tasted were in Dublin. Seriously. I don't want to in any way do down the Scottish chip, the Lancashire chip, the English chip, the Yorkshire chip. But the best chips I ever had were in Dublin because they were real potatoes. Although we do use the Maris Piper over here. I'm doing okay, says Susan. Yes, indeed. Everybody's talking here. Jerry Thompson, DINKY-DOO. I'm so excited for your new show, The Walking Alive. Scottie McClue fan. Yes, but there's going to be a fantastic new show. Scotty, do you have a wife? Don't be ridiculous. Who would have me? My mam's from Dublin's fair city. Yes, where the girls are so pretty. I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. My mate thinks you're fit, your mate is very kind. Maybe should maybe take a wee trip to Specsavers as well, of course. Wonderful stuff. So, guys, put your money where your mouths are. Get on to all the Scottie McClue TikTok videos and YouTube videos. Watch the podcast. In fact, I insist everybody watches the podcast because I don't want to say, oh, you do not do a podcast, Scottie. There's All Cans who says, up the Royal Artillery. We salute you, Oil Cans. A good British Army man. Excellent stuff. Scottie, my friend Ethan has been asking for you. Daniel McGobstopperton, do tell your friend Ethan, I should say, hello. Big up, Dominic, absolutely. Now, I need to know where you're all watching from, very important. Can you follow me on the TikTok? It only means to your finger up to the top left. It's about maybe 3 inches on your phone, and tap the plus for follow. That's what it's all about. Now, we need to have 100 followers by the end of this broadcast. What would you say is the difference between a podcast and a broadcaster? I mean, the YouTube channel is stuffed with fabulous videos of real quality chat. And it means people need to go on and listen. Now, what happens nowadays, fair play, mate, you've done me there. No bother, Alcan. I salute you, sir. There we are. I recommend Scottie's podcast. Angie has heard it. Scottie with an I-E, Ange. Of course. The Grim Reaper. Hello, McClue. How was your drive today in the white van on the motorway? Well, Grim Reaper, as you know, I never drive in a white van on the motorway. So there we have it. Angie has heard the podcast. It's number 1. And it's just to stop people moaning and whinging. Subscribe to your YouTube, says Wee Josh. Brilliant, Wee Josh. Wee Josh, how did you find it? Did you find it easily? You just put in Scottie McClue World's Top Talk Show. Already done it, Scottie. The podcast is great. Hurrah, thank you. If enough people watch it and you vote with your fingers and you comment, even if you don't like it, tell us why. Scottie, the comments were filtered to protect the community. Guys, I adore when this happens. That means that every wee troll's been booted doing the Swanee already. There you are. Do you like Satsumas? I've only once had a Satsuma. So there you have it. Is that not wrestling? Is that not where the great big Japanese boys wrestle with each other? Sorry, Scottie, for spelling your name wrong. Angie, no, it's very common. People think it's Scotty and it's Scottie. But maybe when I chose to spell Scottie that way, years ago, then maybe that's what threw it. Now, hi, Scottie, love the stream, says Hi Evolutionary. Hi Evolutionary, we've just been talking. You'll see there's a little video I've just uploaded, and it says, people say, you'll not get the big numbers until you do the old angry show. And I thought, yeah, but there's a lot of anxiety in the world at the moment. That's changed. The powers that be have intentionally tried to make people anxious. There you are. And they've no right to do that. So chill, everybody. Opinions in East Bride, Scottie. I hate the place. We, Josh, never, ever, ever hate anything. Because the second you hate something, you shut off an avenue of learning. And you never, ever, ever want to do that. The best chips are the chips in Scottie McClue's fundraiser. I'll pay £1 each, 300 listeners, £300. I said it before. Listeners will pay £1, 700 listeners, £700. Do you know, listeners, viewers, Jerry, it used to be listeners on the radio, but viewers, and I think if everybody put £1 into the YouTube, tapped the bottom, or give me some, even some red roses. Now, Scottie McClue's always free, guys. We never ever asked for anything. But as a suggestion, there's some red roses there if anybody's feeling flush. Can you see them up there? And if somebody wants to stick a few of these in, East Bride's okay, says J.D. Donnelly. Bats in the where are you, bats? Are giving me some red roses. Thank you so much. 12 red roses, guys. Is that not beautiful? Bats in the belfry. The old belfry up there, yes, and the bats are protected. We live in fear, says the Grim Reaper. Yes, but we shouldn't, Grim Reaper. You know, absolutely. And even when you call, we shouldn't be fearful. I have a question. Is the Scottish sea monster legend true? Love your hat. It's brilliant. Perayavin. Yes, as far as I know, it's true. I haven't seen it, but I did pass Loch Ness about maybe a month ago. Now. I passed Loch Ness. Hello from Fintry. Oh, I love Fintry. I used to go out to Fintry and I saw a very, very distinguished lady in Fintry. Yes, very distinguished. Follow us, guys. Dinky-Doo. The Grim Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. Blue Oyster, says Amy. What's Blue Oyster? Tell us more, Amy. Scotty, my friend, Ethan is a big fan. Can you say hello, Ethan? Of course we can. Hello, for Coatbridge Grab. I miss you, says Nixon. Thank you, Nixon. You're very, very kind. Guys, if you're watching on the TikTok, have you followed Scottie McClue? Do you think football is becoming all women? When women come in, do they tend to put the men out? Right? Used to be golf was a big man's thing, and now women golf. Mind you, Mary Queen of Scots golf, Kareem, has sent me £1. Kareem, you've started the ball rolling. If everybody watching on the YouTube channel sends £1, that would be fabulous. Kareem's just done it. He's tapped the dollar bill bottom left and sent £1. I love it. Scotty, you're going to be in The Walking Dead season 12. Scott McClue fan. You're going on about The Walking Dead. I'm The Walking Live. Fantastic stuff, I say to you. So there we go. Kareem, thank you very much for that. James says, Scotty, can you say well done to the Rangers today? Dinky-Doo. It's a song by the band called Blue Oyster Cult. All right, Amy, I've got you now. Jerry Thompson says, Fintry Sports Clubs, good, Scotty. Great food. There you are. Jerry, is there anywhere you haven't visited? You're such an incredible guy. And as I say, I yet haven't had the privilege of meeting you in the flesh, but I have just no doubt you are a fantastic guy. I know you're on the Walking Alive, says the Scottie McClue fan. Hi, Kareem, how are you, says Susan. Is that not wonderful? Dinky-Doo. So there you are, guys. So Kareem has set the bar high. There we are. He's said £1. You don't have to ever give Scottie McClue a thing, but thank you for that. It's wonderful. So if everybody on the YouTube channel wants to send £1, that gives us a start. We love it. Bring £1. But no, you don't need to pay a thing. Good evening, Scotty, says Ben Soldier Boy. Ben Soldier Boy, Dinky-Doo. We are raising the serious pennies so we can up the ante with the show in terms of advertising, guys. So if anybody's feeling flush, up to the top right of the YouTube channel page, you'll see a variety of things. You can buy me a pie. You can do that. There's a GOFUNDME and there's a PAYPAL. It is just good stuff. Hello, Scotty. Well, Wilson, I won't discuss that just now. I would need to find out a little bit more, and then we can see what's what, I say to you. Good evening, Scotty. Do you think the UK will become a cashless society? Josh, we must resist it with every fibre, sinew, muscle, and bone in our bodies. We don't want to become a cashless society. Cashless currency. Kareem's sent £2. Kareem, you've already sent your pound. You don't need to send another £2. Do you ever go to the Truck Fest in Ingleston, Scotty? Graham, I haven't been. I think I would love to go. Are there any classic trucks there? Cash is king, says Jerry. Yes, let's keep it that way. The government have stepped in this week and said that people must have access to cash in the same way that the new government after Bastille Day, when they overthrew the monarchy in France in 1789, every person must have access to bread. And still to this day in France, am I right or am I 100% correct? There you are. Opinions of swear words, Scotty. I am fairly oblivious to a lot of swear words, but on social media, I think every social media platform should ban swearing 100%. Because I've seen some great videos on platforms, and then the guy swears, the F and Jeff, and completely 100% devalue their post. The second they swear, their post is valueless as far as I'm concerned. Can you mind Jockey Wilson? Very well, Jay. I used to watch him in the darts. Outstanding, I say. Keep cash. Too many problems with they get rid of cash. Hello, Wilson. DINKY-DOO. Wilson Fisk, the kingpin. There we are. Aha. So there you are. So any swearing. And I'll tell you what I think the platforms should do. Oh, guys, can everybody start tapping? Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap on their phones. And don't stop for the next 40 minutes. Well, 38 minutes. Fantastic. Daredevil's talking to you, Wilson. We love that. Now, what have we got here? I think what the platform should do is put in a filter. And if you type in, say, a naughty word, swearing is most unladylike. It is J.D. Donnelly. So do not swear. There we are. Jerry's number one. £5 set to go on the GoFundMe, Scotty Jerry Thompson. You're very kind. You don't have to do that, though. We just love you as you are, Jerry. You are a top man. Who have we got here? Oh, I need another 100 followers, guys, on the TikTok. Can everybody get following? It just means moving your finger up, tapping the plus sign. I think after 40 years of broadcasting, it's not too much to ask for people to follow, subscribe, and, just have a wee look at the videos I've made for you. But I will soon, Scotty, with your Xmas Prezi this year. Yes, indeed, Jerry. There we are. But no, I don't need an Xmas Prezi. Just bring yourself. Do you remember the late, great Dick Emery comedian? I saw a sketch with the comedian from Greenock, but I can't mind his name. The comedian from Greenock, James Lang, is Chick Murray. He was born in Bank Street in Greenock. So you would go to Cathcart Square and then up the steep street. And that's Bank Street, because there was an old Greenock Bank office, which I think is now, is it Jericho House? It was a home for boys and girls, I think. But it was the old Greenock Bank, which did unfortunately go bust, I believe. And that's Bank Street. And at the top of Bank Street are some very swish tenements. You're quite near to Mearns Street there. And that was where Chick was from, as far as I know. Just had a nice plate of stovies. I know you like stovies. I do, but is there meat in stovies? Agreed, swearing is not nice if you have to say a bad word just for its sake. Example, damn. No, I would say blast or blooming or flipping heck. Yes, indeed. Dash is a nice one. Oh, dash. Or oh my goodness. It's Rita's 80th birthday. Happy 80th, Rita. My favorite comedian, Scottie McClue, says Nick. Yes, thank you, Nick. My famous Scottish comedian. Oh, I've got so many. Kevin Bridges, Billy Connolly, Scottie McClue. Oh, sorry, that's me. Hush. Walter Carr, Lex McLean, Ricky Fulton, Jack Milroy, Stanley Baxter, Andy Cameron. Who else have we got? Great Scottish comedians. Keep going, keep going. Oh, we've got more. And then we've got all the cast of Still Game. They're very funny people. We love them. Did you ever work with any of them, Scotty? Yes, I did, James. I knew Ricky Fulton and Jack Milroy. I knew Walter Carr. I sadly didn't get to meet Lex. Who else did I work with? I haven't met Kevin yet, and I haven't met Billy. But Billy is definitely one of my favorites. There's no doubt about that. Frankie Boyle. Frankie sometimes takes it to the edge, but Frankie Boyle. Chopped square sausage goes in stovies. Old school. Jay, I didn't know that, you see. Thoughts on who have we got here? Double check. Don't know about that. Don't know who that is. So I couldn't tell you. We're blessed with funny folk in this small country, says Amy. Amy, we most certainly are. I mean, who are your favorite comedians? Do feel free to. Jimmy Logan. Yes, Jimmy. This is Jimmy Logan. Yes, we love Jimmy. He was very good. Billy Connolly is my all-time favorite, alongside the great Scottie, of course. I'm too modest to respond to that. There we go. Now, Negan says, DINKY-DOO, he says he's a comedian. Yes, Negan Smith. Hello, Scotty. It's been a while, Rick. It's been far too long. Guys, I'm not seeing enough followers, and I've got 1,300 likes. Everybody needs to be tapping the phones. What do you think of the Crankies? Yes, very good, very funny. I saw them in Cinderella at the O2. Yes, it was excellent. Hello, Rick, my good friend. Wonderful. We've got everything. Two Doors Down. Kathy's back in the new series. Yes. Elaine C. Smith, very good comedian. Rona Cameron, another very good comedian. I say to you, there we have it. I've met Rona, yes, indeed, and I've spoken to Elaine on the radio. Susan Kalman. Now, I haven't seen Susan live doing stand-up or anything like that. I've seen her on an advert. Have you been on Off the Ball? Yes, I mentioned on Off the Ball. Yes, indeed. And Off the Ball, the boys interviewed my agent, Bill McMurdo, and had a chat there. Who's your favourite Still Game character? Oh, all of them. I love them all. I love Jack and Victor. Jack, come on, Jack, no Victor. And I love herself, you know, Victor. Don't tell anybody. And who else have we got? Yes, there's Nadine. And then, of course, there's oh, gosh, that's terrible. Yes, indeed, very, very funny. The best one of all is Chick Murray. Chick Murray, excellent. Of course, why did I not say? We mentioned Chick earlier, and he was with Dick Emery in that sketch. Before the Crankies were on TV, they were a massive club act in the 70s. Well, Bobby, I met them at Border Television. That's where I met the Crankies. I don't know if they'll remember me. As Ken Dodd, I'm not a Scottish comedian, but a very, very funny man. I met Bernard Manning. Remember going into the room and I said, hello, Bernard. He went, hello, son. I'll be sure to come over for some spaghetti. Negan and Rick are chatting. They like spaghetti. Wonderful stuff. Best of friends, they tell me. Well, we'll take your word for it. DINKY-DOO, Scotty. Hello, hello, says Ottix. I'm going to Scotland next week again. What should I do while I'm there? Enjoy yourself. I'm away to bed. Have a nice night. All the best. Jay Hamilton, sleep well, my dear fellow. Sweet dreams to you. Hello, Scotty. Hector Nickel. Yes, I did like Hector. He was very talented, but he was a wee bit coarse. He was a wee bit. Chick was never coarse, you see. Scotty, would you like to join me and Megan for some spaghetti? I can't have spaghetti at the moment because I'm cutting down on carbs. Eric Sykes. Eric Sykes, very talented, JD. 2 billion people have heard of this man, hashtag Floatai. You are quite right, sir. But that means, unfortunately, to date, 6 billion have not. Guys, if you're on the YouTube channel, have you subscribed? It doesn't cost you a penny. It's a strange word, subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. Just hit the subscribe button. And can you all go down to the bottom left and give me a thumbs up? That's a shame, Scotty. Maybe another time. Yes, indeed. Scotty, trivia for you and your viewers. What film was Ricky Fulton in with Lee Marvin? No Googling. Gosh, you've got me there. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to give you a movie I bet you've never seen. And it's called The $1 Billion No, it's called, is it The $1 Million Bottom or The £1 Million Bottom? Anyway, Ricky Fulton plays a headmaster. You've got to say head teacher now. Plays a head teacher. And it's, I'm sure it was The £1 Million Bottom. Somebody check that out, but I bet you've never seen it, and I have. It was very good. I saw Hector at the Pavilion in Glasgow. Yes, very coarse, but funny. Bobby from Bearsden, absolutely. I have to agree. Hector Nickel was a very funny man and a very good actor. Jerry says, Johnny Beatty. Yes. Now, would you have put Johnny as a comedian or an entertainer? Johnny used to come on at New Year, Hogmanay, and all that. And he was a very good actor. And his daughters are very good actors. Great film, filmed party in Dumfries, A Shot at Glory. Is that what it's called, Graham? A Shot at Glory. Not Tunes of Glory, no? Am I right, says James? A funny one I saw you do, Scotty, when you were on with Mrs. Merton. Scotty, do you have any children? I wonder. Well, I wonder too. My daughter Emma is 10 and she needs to go to bed. Can you tell her, please? She might listen to you. Now, Adele, I'll just say this only once, Emma. Get your gym jams on. Listen to your mum. Listen to what mummy says. And you get yourself off to bed, up to Bobo's. And that's Scottie McClue telling you. Dinky-Doo. Now, there you are. Now, come on. Off to Bobo's with you, Emma. 10 years old, you're very grown up, so you can get to bed yourself. There we are. Adele, I hope that does the trick. So there you go. A Shot at Glory was a football film. Ali McCoist and Robert Duvall were in it, says Amy. Aha! A Shot at Glory. And it was filmed partly in Dumfries. Now, I'm just coming up with some more comedians, guys. It's wonderful. Yes, I'm just thinking. Who have I got here? It'll come to me in a second. I've got another couple of very, very good comedians. Thank you. She died of fright. I hope not. There we are. She's only got to go to her Bobo's. Would you ever go back in the TV business, Scotty? Well, James, yes. I'm probably getting a wee bit long in the tooth for reading the news, but I would love another go at it, maybe just one. I've got very close friends who are very senior news editors, but I wouldn't like to say to them, could you give us a wee shift just to try it out, see if I've still got it? You know, but you can go on YouTube and look up the news reading days. Open the phones, we're going to after you. Numpty Heed, the phones are open. What is wrong with you? There we are. Let's just check. Are the phones open? As said, yes, the phones are opened up to you. I don't know what's wrong with you, son. There you are. Can you open the phones when they've been open all night? Let's just check. Yeah, everything seems to be absolutely 100%. Maybe even do a wee test for you. See that everything. Yep. Oh boy, the microphones are working. Oh, look at that.
Hello, Scotty.
Hello, who's that? Hang on, I'm trying to answer you. What's happened? Hold on. Oh. You asked me to test the phones. Are you there? Phone me again, Numpty Heed. Heavens above. Any shifts going? Open the phones. Hi, Numpty. Thank you, David. The wonderful David McCafferty. David's a great man, you know. Right, the phones are open. Okay, try it again, Numpty Heed. See if we can get you on here. Because otherwise we'll lose Elise. Remember, Elise said she was going to go if Numpty Heed did not phone in tonight. So there you go. Thank you for supporting me on my campaign, says Philip. Right, Philip, no problem at all. What was your campaign? We don't know about it. James says, any shifts going? The only thing is, I have to say, although the numbers have still got to come up a good bit, we're probably better doing what we're doing, guys. TikTok and YouTube, I say to you. You need to get into the box in the battles. Dinky-Doo, Scotty, Sean. How lovely to have you with us, Dinky-Doo, I say. Lots of lovely people here. Is this Numpty Heed? Are you alive with Scotty's phone in? Who's that?
It's Numpty Heed again, Scotty.
What were you playing at the last time, Numpty Heed? Guys, can you let me know if we can all hear Numpty Heed?
I'm sure they can, Scotty. They can hear you in Kilmarnock.
I could hear you in Kilmarnock. I'm telling you, we've just worried about it. We didn't want Elise to do a runner because she's a very good listener.
Absolutely. Now, do you remember last week, Scotty, I says I was going to prepare 3 or 4 questions for you?
Oh, you did indeed. Heavens above, Numpty, yes.
Well, I'm pleased to say
that you haven't bothered. Oh, I see, right.
I've prepared them.
I thought you were going to say, I'm pleased to say I haven't bothered.
No. Are you ready for your interview?
Well, I suppose I'll have to be Numpty Heed. No rest.
Professionally, Scotty.
I will do. I do everything professionally. No rest for the wicked. Right, Numpty Heed.
3, 2, 1, action.
Action.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show with me, Numpty Heed. My first guest this evening needs no introduction because this man's been in the papers many times, sometimes for the wrong reasons. It's Scottie McClue. Welcome, Scotty.
Oh, thank you, Numpty Heed, for having me on your show.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome. Now then, Scotty, how long have you been broadcasting for?
Oh, well, since I was 9, so I think we're talking 58 years.
And how many stations have you been around?
Oh, 35 in total, Numpty Heed.
35 stations in how many years?
35 stations in 58 years.
I thought it was only about 30 years, Scotty.
Well, it's 31 years if you're counting top professional stuff.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, how do you manage to work in more radio stations than the amount of years you've been broadcasting?
Well,
most people would have gave it up.
No. You see, some I've worked in for a long time, and others I've had, as you would say, the shelf life of a lettuce, because somebody buys the station and then doesn't understand the show because they're a music person.
Indeed. Now, I did say earlier that you had been in the papers, and one thing that comes to mind is when there was a report in the paper about an old man who crashed his car, and you got the blame.
I got the blame. He said I crashed my car laughing at Scottie McClue. But fortunately, neither party was hurt. And when he explained what had happened, he said, "I'm so sorry. I was listening to Scottie McClue." And the guy in front said, "And so was I."
And would you do it again, Scotty?
What, crash a car?
Well, make an old man crash his
Oh,
car.
no, no. The last thing I would do, I'd rather go silent than have an old man crash his car because I'm on the radio and he's been laughing.
Indeed.
And he can't see
Indeed.
through the tears of laughter.
Now then, last couple of questions, Scotty. I'll be quick because I know you're a very busy man.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going back quite a long time ago in the days you worked in Leith. Now, there was one time you left a poor man from Glasgow with the airwaves to themselves, 2.8 potential listeners, because you decided to go for chips. I don't know if you remember that.
2.8 million potential listeners. And we decided I went for chips and just left him on the phone because he was boring me.
Well, the thing is, Scotty, you were away for quite a long time.
I think I was away for 15 minutes. I think they had to put some songs on.
Now, one thing that everybody's dying to know, Scotty, is did you take the dog with you?
Yes, the dog was always with me. You could see him just behind me. That's Lord Reith, the Labrador. And he was what you'd call, you get hearing dogs and you get helping dogs and you get guide dogs. Well, he was a radio dog.
Indeed, he was. Well, there you are, Scotty. But listen, my final question this evening is, you had a lock-in once when you finished your stint on Q96.
Yes.
And I remember it because I was there, but the nation wants to know, did you really have a lock-in?
Yes, we did. The program controller objected to me playing Scottish music and said we must stick to the playlist. So what we did was, instead of going home at midnight, we locked the studio door and played the songs I liked.
And was the next presenter banging on the door?
Yes.
Well, the soundproofing must have been good because we couldn't hear it.
We couldn't hear it. No, well, you wouldn't do because, you see, it's a double lock door. So there's two doors. You would have to go through two doors. You'd have to go into what we call the lock, like an airlock in a submarine, you see.
Indeed. Well, Scottie McClue, thanks you very much for coming on the show. And I just say, everybody, we'll be back next week, same time, same place. In the meantime, I'll hand you over to Scottie McClue.
Numpty Heed, it's been a privilege being on your show, and I will continue to listen in to your calls.
Indeed, you will, Scottie. Right, listen, I'm out with the dog, believe it or not.
Oh, you are not. Are you doing a live interview out with the dog?
In Holyrood Park, outside the palace.
Do you know the dog in Holyrood Park, DINKY-DOO?
Right, see you after, Scotty.
See you, Lala. What is he like? Now, it's good that Numpty Heed phoned. I didn't know he was going to ask all that, by the way. But Elise is giving the symbol of clapping hands. So she's staying with us. Elise, interesting name, A-L-Y-S. Elise, I'm not sure if she's French, but Elise said this morning that she would not watch the show if Numpty Heed didn't phone in tonight because she loves the quality. So there we are. Jerry Thompson, DINKY-DOO. Scotty, can you say hello to my friend Harvey, who loves Gobstoppers? Glenn, I can. Lisa's enjoyed that brilliant interview, she says. You're an absolute legend, Scotty. We're on easy street, says Philip. Philip, you get the best out of this stream. On you go, Numpty. We love it, says David. Yes, absolutely. Numpty Heed dogs done a dinky poo, says Jerry Thompson. We hope not. Well, maybe we hope yes. That would be wonderful. Excellent banter, says Roslyn. Thank you, Roslyn. What football do you support, or rugby? Rugby, I would support Scotland. There we are. And what have we got? And the Glasgow Ackies and the Greenock Wanderers. 30 right now. The mighty have sunk no meat. You're missing the whole thing. Remember, we're on several platforms. The dog has had a sausage. Absolutely. Guessing you're either Gemini or Cancer. JD, tell us more. Brilliant, brilliant, Rosalind. I've been sent a lightning bolt. Guys, thank you for sending me red roses. I've got 16 red roses. Up there's a little goal. You never have to give Scottie McClue anything, but if you're feeling flush, and what Jerry was suggesting earlier is if everybody sends £1 by tapping the dollar bill bottom left, it would help us with the advertising. So there we are. And DINKY-DOO, I say to you, great stuff, says Jerry. Scottie, are you breaking bad or breaking good? Well, I suppose I'm more sort of breaking wind, if I'm honest about it. Now, who have we got here? Oh, wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. I have to use my mouse. Hold on, guys. I'm on the mouse. Now, Scottie, I have to go. I'll see you soon. Great show, great entertainment. 100 live. How fantastic are you, Jerry? And DINKY-DOO to you, I say to you. Thank you for all your gifts, guys. I'm up to 16 red roses. Thank you very, very much to everybody who sent a red rose. And we've got 6,200 likes. So there you go. So any dafties that are going, ho, ho, your audience isn't as big as it used to be, you can forget it because we're here. Supposing we have an audience of 1, that's 1 more than we had before we started. Bye. Bye, Jerry Thompson. Take great care of yourself and kindest regards to your lovely family and your wee dog, Coco. We love it. Absolutely. So, JD Donnelly, you've got to front up and tell us where you're coming from with that. Hold on a second, guys. Time for a quick comfort break. Oh, whew. That's better. Just getting a wee bit warm in the studio. And I was frightened I might have a glow with me. It must be global warming. Too many cows farting. There we are. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye, Jerry. Take great care of yourself, my dear fellow. We'll all be away in about 10 minutes' time anyway. Guys, has everybody followed Scottie McClue tonight? We need to get a lot of followers. Oh, a lot more than I have. Tut, tut, tuttity, tut. Right, we need another 80 followers right now. Wonderful stuff. So, JD, why are you guessing? Thank you, Rosalind, for sending me a heart me. And thank you to everybody for sending the red roses. Woo! Can you see the wee goal up there? Terrific. Thanks, Jerry. Bye, everybody. Jerry's a good man. Now, that was very good of Numpty to come on. What have we got here, guys? Oh, Mark is sending red roses. Mark, that's very kind of you. Mark has sent 5 red roses, guys. So we're getting there. Excellent banter, says Roslyn. Thank you, Roslyn. When are you getting on the radio again? The Real FM days, they were class. Rab, Father Andrew has sent me 10, 11, 12 red roses. 14 red roses. Father Andrew, thank you so much. And Mark has sent me some as well. That's wonderful, guys. You're very, very kind. Thank you, Father Andrew. Thank you, Mark. Right, guys, what football team? We've done that one. Right, here we go. Mark is the 55th member of the team. Guys, I've done my very first podcast today. You'll see the first 10 minutes on TikTok, and you'll see the rest of it on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Right? Now, don't sort of go, I might look at actually do it. That would be wonderful. Who's this calling Scottie McClue? You're live on Scottie McClue's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie.
Hello. Who's that? First name? Hello?
Scottie.
You get too excited. We don't want any puddles on the floor, I say to you. I think someone was asking your star sign. I know, because you have the same birthday as me. Ah, Stephen, excellent. Can you say hello to my friend? His dog has taken poorly. So there we are. Oh, what a shame. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, indeed. Panda's friend's dog is poorly. Yes, indeed. Right, let's see what's happening here. Too many whiskies at Glasgow Green today. Ah, yes, indeed. Thank you for contributing to the live, guys. 66 red roses out of the 500. How good are you guys? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful. There's Lee JC giving me a red rose. I thank you, Lee, for contributing. And Mark's got the number 2 gifter badge. 7,500 likes, guys. It should be white roses. Yes, for Yorkshire. Or red roses for Lancashire, you see. I mean, I sit on the fence. I love them both. I need to get some sleep. Tomorrow is the last day of cutting grass of my work week. Pera, wonderful job cutting the grass. We love it. See who this is? You're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Oh, Scotty.
First name? Oh, Scotty. First name, oh, Scotty. There we are, not O'Grady. I need to get some sleep tomorrow. Has anybody ever played O'Grady Says? Keep safe. Thank you, Pera. Look after yourself. Do you remember Radio Clyde 261? What do you mean, do I remember it? I was on it. I knew them all at Radio Clyde. Fantastic. Radio Clyde 261. I presented Scottie McClue's Clyde Cayley on a Saturday night at 6 o'clock. And George was doing the big heavy beat stuff on Clyde 1 next door. I'm at the shop getting a couple of bottles of sauce. Are you getting brown sauce or tomato sauce, Professor Numpty Heat? Scotty, can we be friends on Instagram? Oh, Rick, I'm quite sure. So there we are. Tremendous stuff. Now then, who have we got here? TikTok is ghosting my comments. I haven't said anything wrong. That's strange, isn't it? No, you certainly have not. A Scorpio. No, I'm not a Scorpio. Answer the phone, Scotty boy. I did, Rocco. Scotty, do you have any children? Oh, no, Scotty, have my children, he says. There we are, Lee J. Blur or Oasis, both excellent. Can't fault them. Excellent stuff, I say to you. There you go, guys. If you're calling from Instagram, you won't get an answer on here. Are you married? No offense. Oh, no offense, I'm not. Who would have me? Don't be silly. DINKY-DOO, Scotty, love from Stirling, Trucker Dave. I set up your radio station 33 years ago. Wow. Is that not amazing? We love it. Absolutely. Who have we got here? Thank you, the Reverend Andrew and others for contributing to the live call. Yes. Let's see who this is. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
It's me, David Son. How you doing?
Son, thank goodness. I thought it was another wee dafty.
Oh, you know, you get a few, don't you? Hi, here. I love the Numpty Heat. Great reviews.
How funny was he?
Trust you to go for a bag of chips.
I did. I went for a bag of chips. There was a guy on the phone from Glasgow, and he was boring me. And I said, listen, I can't take any more. He said, well, wait till I tell you the story, Scotty. I said, no, don't tell us the story again.
He was in your head in.
I says, we've only got 250,000 listeners. We'll be doing to 2 if you stay on.
Then you go 250,000.
Right. And I says to Davey, I says, I'm going away for chips. And I put some music on. I think we put a song on.
That's hilarious.
And we just left them for about 15 minutes. I says, if you can all keep listening till I get back. And they were all there. The audience actually went up. There was a spike.
I mean, it's great. You could just walk it and go for chips.
We just went for chips. We just walked out the station and left them.
You need to sit in that radio.
I said, no, I says to the lovable lassie, I says, play a couple of songs in for us. This guy's doing everybody's boxing. Here's a guy asking, here's JD Donnelly's asking, zips or buttons or Velcro or press studs. Now, Davey, I think Velcro is a rip-off.
Right, well, I like
to get it.
Button. I like buttons.
Velcro's a rip-off.
Zips can be dangerous.
You have to be careful. Yes, you could have a problem in your hands, as they say.
Something happened to my uncle years ago. He was rushed to hospital. Where's that?
Oh yes. No, you can actually. You can catch something.
I'm serious. Down below the stairs.
Yes. Oh, I know. Down. Oh, if you catch down below stairs, you've had it. Is that rhyming slang?
You were saying you were on Clyde too, is that right?
Yes, I was. Yes, I did the Clyde Cayley on a Saturday night. I mean?
Right, they should have you back on Clyde too.
Oh, it would be brilliant.
Talk show anyway.
Be lovely. I've never understood why they don't, just say, Scotty, could you come in and have a coffee? We'd like to, now I don't drink coffee, you know what I mean? I got invited to a coffee morning, but it wasn't my cup of tea. Anyway, I would go in for a coffee because I'll tell you, a programmer who was very keen to take Scottie McClue once went into his big boss and he said to him, he said, I'd like to hire Scottie McClue. And he went, over my dead body. He said, no, please, just have a coffee with the guy.
Exactly.
And so he did, and I got a 2-year contract.
Right, good, that's great. I mean, we do know you're coming back. We're still,
we're coming back. We're coming back. No.
I mean, Clyde one was George Bibby, right?
George, brilliant.
They did have a talk show on Clyde too,
right?
Many times years ago,
right?
Even before you, and we need that back anyway.
Yes,
okay?
yes. I think that the west of Scotland really needs a talk. Well, the whole of Scotland needs a talk show.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Son.
And you see, the thing is, Davey, when you look at it, I have never ever put a foot wrong.
Of course you know. That's something. I just can't believe what happened with that. Was it Real Radio we were watching, remember?
That's right. Well, what happens is that new people take over and they go, no, I don't know this talk show thing. We'll just put songs on. And it's it's heart laziness.
I know. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
There's a few new stations started, so I've heard, because I've got the Alexa app myself.
You're
right?
great.
But, like, some of the radio stations, I know they could take on talk shows.
Right, Davey, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shout it first, and then you shout it afterwards. Are you ready? Listen to what I say. Alexa, play Scottie McClue on YouTube.
I'll say, Alexa, play Scottie McClue on YouTube.
Alexa, play Scottie McClue on YouTube.
There she is.
There she is.
She's listening to me right now.
All right, I'll bet I come up on your YouTube, on your Alexa will find me.
Let me see, right, she's rotating in her eye, right, no, it's come up. Scottie McClue.
Aye, sometimes it does. Right, listen, I'll say it now, nice and quiet. Alexa, play Scottie McClue on YouTube.
But don't forget, I've turned my telly down. You can't hear my Alexa.
That's fantastic. That's lovely.
Aye. She will come up. And I didn't really know that. You'll be on that as well. I didn't know you'd go to screen.
We'll be all over the place. You'll not believe it. Davey, I'm going to have to dash because we're out of time.
Know, son.
But don't think I don't love you lots.
You too, son.
And I love you, beautiful TikTokers, DINKY-DOO. That's Davey. What a guy. Thank you, Davey. Boys and girls, what can I say? And everybody else in between, all the gender fluid people that are listening right now. No, we can't take another call. We have to go. What a shame. Right, there we go. Beautiful YouTubers. Love you so much. Thank you so much. Every single one of you subscribe. Listen, please, to the new podcast, right? It's the first podcast. If you all like it, then I'll do you another one. Stick out your tongues and say ta-ta. Are you ready? Ba-ba. Ba-ba. One more. Ba-ba.